Crazy in Love, Season 2, Episode 2. So they on the bus going back and forth about whether the baby is his or not. And then he's like, well, I got business to handle. Let's leave this right here on the bus. And of course, she's asking for a kiss. So they do a little bit more arguing back and forth. She's snatching on him. He trying to get off. So eventually, he gets off the bus. So they walk inside like Ike and Tina, like they just wasn't on the bus arguing. And she's sitting out in the audience while he doing this little weigh-in, and she was looking sad. Then she started giving him some fake support. Now, when he got on that scale, child, I was surprised. Because, baby, Blueface is only $150. So, afterwards, child, it was like nothing had happened. And he hit her with the famous toxic line that dudes love to run on you when they get you mad. What you want to eat? You know they love to do that. You hungry? So they on the sprinter and they headed to the little boxing match. And they got on their little matching outfits. Child, Chrisean looked like she got on straight panties, by the way. So once they arrive at the little arena, Blueface seemed like he was nervous to me. And whatever little argument they had, child, that argument had went out the window. She had the puppy dog eyes on. She looked like she really in love with this boy, but if he don't get it together, she's quick to flip with no problem. So while the trainer is giving him little tips and tricks and pointers, Chrisean started giving him a back rub. And I'm like, she real smart. You gotta rub these dudes back. They like that, girl. They need that. Besides, it's real soothing. It puts them right to sleep. That way, you can comfortably go through his phone while he sleeps. You can't just be toxic. You gotta be toxic and soothing. See, Blueface know this also. Because after he put on this little uniform, he started fixing a wig that wasn't even messed up. He started fixing the hair, patting it down, finger combing it, calling her twin. I was like, okay, sis, are you nervous or something? You need something to fiddle with? So they start practicing the little shadow boxing thing where he hitting her hand. And, I guess he was really trying to calm himself down because she started rubbing on him again. And then it was time to go out there. And at first, I was wondering why he was looking like he had got his teeth done or something. But I realized he had that little mouth guard thing in. So he come out on the stage. It was real cute. Chrisean was excited. Y'all know how she was doing, jumping all up and down. He on the ring, fighting the boy. And child, Chrisean was out there performing. I mean, she was putting her own show on for the Zeus cameras. Baby girl was excited. She said she was ready to start fighting Bobo because she wanted to get in the ring. So after, he won the fight, congratulations to him. Child, he said that fight turned him on, that he was horny, that he wanted to F hard tonight. I said, oh, baby, Blueface trying to get off that Henny tonight. He trying to break your back off that yak tonight, Chrisean. You better watch out, girl. So y'all know they turned up in the club. They was having a good time, child. Somebody got into a tussle. They had the wig throwing it all around like it was a souvenir. And of course, Blueface had that Hennessy on deck. Because the way he was talking, oh, baby, I know he blew her back out that night. I know he did. So, y'all, they left London and they was back in Los Scandalous. And that's when stuff was getting ready to hit the fan. So, Chrisean walks through the door and, he greeted her. She rubbing on him. Hey, how you doing? He even asked about the baby. Said, let the baby breathe. And she said, oh, the baby can breathe. And, he brings up to her how she lied to him. You went out of town, told me you was somewhere else, and then you come back in town, and now you pregnant. And she like, you know what? I don't care about none of that. That don't matter. If you want to get a DNA test, we can get a DNA test. And as we know, they got a DNA test. And I'm still tripping over the fact that Chrisean ain't denied lying or doing whatever it is that he was accusing her of doing. But she did hit him with the, we in this old fake relationship and you want me to be A1. I was like, ooh, that's right, baby girl. Give him a little bit of that medicine. lesson. Give him a little bit of reminder. Girl, I wanted her to hit him with a, why you keep bringing up old stuff so bad. But child, anyway, so Blueface was basically saying that Chrisean went out of town and said that she was with her friends, like she was at home asleep. And he was asking her like, well, why would you lie about that? And she's like, well, if I feel like we're not getting along and I want to get away, I'm going to just hop on the flight and get away. He's like, well, why you couldn't just say that? And she's like, well, because I know if I would have left or you would have knew I was out of town, you would have overreacted. You would have tripped because you know how dudes act when you out of town thugging with your rounds. They already know you out there looking for the hoochie daddies. So he started asking her about her family, and she let him know that the family know and that she told the family the truth and whatnot. He's like, your truth or the real truth? Because your truth be something else. So dang, Chrisean, you really a big liar, huh? But he do tell her that he's happy that her family is coming out here, that she got the support of her family. And he say, love your family. Don't be like me. Now, Blueface, why you always throwing Carlissa under the bus like that? Baby, what did your mama do? What did she do to you, Blueface? I mean, we see the little bull that she be pulling, but anytime you want to come on here and tell us about your mama, baby, you more than welcome, okay? So his friends get there, and he asked his friends, do they think the baby is his? And the friends is like, yeah. I mean, I guess everybody know you been beat the yaki in Chrisean and coming and going. They all know. So Chrisean come down there like, what's up? What's happening? So Blueface tell her that they having a meeting about her, whether they gonna feed her to the fishes or she gonna be feeding the fishes. And I guess he felt bad because everybody's laughing at her. So he's like, cheers to Rock. And then he's like, cheers to baby Rock. And then he say, cheers to tiny Rock. And they like, oh, like you gonna double back? Like, oh, you gonna have more kids by her? And he like, for sure. And I tell y'all this, they gonna have more kids. I already know. I truly believe they gonna have more than one kid. So they go to the studio and ain't nothing much happening. Then out of nowhere, I hear Chrisean say, I'm about to hit that blunt. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm thinking Blueface about to come out of somewhere and say something like, nah, girl, you don't need to hit that blunt. I'm thinking, they gonna make a big deal out of this. Girl, no, they just kept on rolling. And I'm like, ooh, Zeus, y'all dirty, y'all messy. Y'all really gonna leave that in there? Y'all already know we be giving her a run for her money. While attempting to manage her personal life, Chrisean calls her family into town for support. So we see Chrisean and Taseki is like, let me know when you okay, because when you okay, I'm gonna take a shot. Then you hear her other sister Tessa say, how long you been feeling like this? And Chrisean is like, I don't want a kid no more. And then she go in the house and she like, where the bottle at? And everybody like, she asking for the bottle. And her sister's just like, nah. And she like, yes, I can. I could abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt him. And she like, she gonna go out the country. And Taseki is like, well, girl, I'm gonna take a shot for you. And I'm like, damn, Taseki, if you wanted a shot, boo, you should have just said that. You looking for every excuse, opportunity to take your shot. Girl, just take your shot. Why you trying to take a shot in front of your pregnant sister anyway that's craving liquor? Like, girl, I don't understand that. Then she started playing games with the shot, talking about we gonna sit it right here. Then she started talking about we gonna pour it in the bottle. Girl, what is you gonna do? And then Chrisean gonna say, well, we gonna just go kill the baby tomorrow. And Taseki is like, no, we going to find out what the baby is. And she like, no, I already know it's his baby. I'm getting rid of it. And that's the fun part about it. Like basically saying that she know that it's his baby and that she gonna still kill it. And that's the fun part about it. What? So she started crying to her sisters that she doesn't want the baby. And they're basically pressuring her to, keep the baby. But Chrisean is telling them like, I could have a baby when I'm in a relationship and I'm happy. Right now, I'm not cool. This not a good time for me to have a baby. She even tell her sisters that she wish she can go to sleep and not wake up. Blue was really sending this girl through it and stressing her out. So Chrisean is like, you know what? I don't even want to hear what y'all got to say. And Chrisean go outside. And baby, Chrisean went outside and got in the hot tub, fully clothed. And I like the fact that her sisters was like, you know what? We're about to hop right on up in here with you, Bookie. And then Tasiki, she said she had to go in the house real quick. We already know what she went to go do. She went to go get her drink. But Chrisean was telling Tessa that, she did want to have a baby. She was struggling to get pregnant. And right now, she just don't want to do it with him. So Tasiki come back outside and she's like, y'all, let's go in the house. Let's get this food ready. And they let Chrisean have a little moment to herself outside. And the ladies, they went in the house. And, they getting the food prepared. And Tasiki, she like, we need to turn some music on. We need to change this vibe up in here. And Chrisean is just sitting outside by herself in a hot tub. Then she get this clever idea to drown herself. Like, she just dunked herself in a pool. And I'm like, oh, Lord, the dog start barking. And I'm like, I know this Zeus security and this Zeus cameraman ain't about to let this girl just drown while they recording it. Luckily, she did pop up, and her sister came out there, and she was crying to her sister, telling her she don't want to be famous no more. I really felt bad for this baby at this time, because it's like, this girl is going through so much. She's dealing with this fame, us getting up on this internet, dragging her every day. She filming this show. Now she pregnant by this dude who don't want the baby. Damn. I was glad this episode was coming to an end, because it was hard for me to keep from crying. So now on next week's episode, they down at the clinic and they getting the DNA test. They swabbing Blueface mouth and they drawing blood from Chrisean. And then, of course, they go into the back so they could do the little ultrasound. And Chrisean asked them, like, is it too late? And her mama like, no, it's too late. And so the lady tell her, like, she 20 weeks. They point out the eyes, the nose. And the mama was trying to get her lick back from Blueface. I know next week it's going to be a whole handful in the making. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this episode. And I'll see y'all around. Bye.
Make a psycho, make a traffic psycho.